And finally, we have a very special segment for you now. We're joined by the director and the cast of the film Always Kabhi Kabhi. In fact, the film hits theatres on the 17th of June. So let's just begin by introducing our guests this morning. First-time director Roshan Abbas. We have with us Giselle Montero. We all know her as Harleen Kaur from the film Love Aajkal. We also have with us Ali Fazal and Satyajit Dubey. Well, I'll just begin with Roshan. This is your first film, and what's it based on?
I done a play called Graffiti sometime, many years back, 99, in Delhi. Graffiti was about the experiences of teens in Delhi. And I used to take workshops with kids, and they were very honest experiences. Kids who said that their mothers, like a girl told me that her mother didn't want her to be a sports person because she would scrape her knees and not be able to enter Miss India. And I was like, are you serious? And then there were some other kids who were talking about peer pressure and saying that, you know, my dad is an overachiever. Will I ever be able to be as good? I'm very good at my studies, but will I be as good? People talked about experimenting with, with the internet. It had just sort of started at that point in time. Now, obviously, it's their entire life. So I felt that there is really no teen movie that talks about that critical year of growing up. I mean, that 17 to 18 phase has not been covered by Indian cinema at all. It was a successful play. People used to always tell me then saying, will you make it into a film? So I took my time about it, and finally, now it's about 12 years later, I'm making it into a film.
All right, Giselle, I'll come to you now. This is an SRK home production. What was it like? What was the experience? And I also know that you're not very comfortable with Hindi. So tell us a little bit about how you sort of fit in and a little bit about the film.
Oh, it was awesome working with Shah Rukh Khan. You know, I think he was very supportive from the very
beginning.
beginning.
Was he very involved on the set, and did he sort of?
We got to meet him very often. We got to meet him when he shot for Antenna, the song. I think you have seen it yet. I don't know if you have seen it. It was lovely. You know, like it was amazing to see how he keeps his energy up throughout the whole shooting, and how he learns all the steps on the spot. And talking to him also, you can learn so much. You know. And shooting for the movie was amazing.
Was he a very tough? Was he a very tough boss?
Not really.
Very difficult to work under. Did he bully you?
He's a person who can read you out, and because he can do that, he understands you so well. You know, so he has his way to explain you things and get it out of you. So
you know, Vani, I'll tell you. In fact, Shah Rukh deliberately stayed away from the shoot because he and I had a big discussion about the grammar of cinema when it applies to youngsters. Because he himself says, you know, these youngsters act very differently. They are very casual with their emotions. Pal mein tola, pal mein masha jise kehte hain. You know, they keep changing over so quickly. They're very mercurial. And we did not want to bring that, you know, I mean, Shah Rukh has a grammar of cinema that we've all grown up on. I mean, I've grown up wanting to do this every morning, you know, and impress my wife. But you know, they have their own grammar. So he deliberately stayed away. He was involved in the scripting process. He was involved whenever I used to come and have requests for more money. He would look at me and say, you want to do that too? I'm like, yeah. But he let me. I mean, honestly, he was a great producer to have. And right at the end, when the film needed his support, he came in and did the promos with us. He shot a song with us. He's been extremely gracious. And I think meeting him at the end of the project is like a culmination of sorts for all of them.
This is your first film, Satyajit?
Yeah, this is my debut
What
film.
Was it like being on the sets? Were you very nervous? Tell us a little bit about your character.
You know, for me, it's like a dream come true.
And I believe you're the geek in the film.
Yeah, I'm the geek. But he's not a typical geek, let me tell you.
Okay.
He redefines geekiness somehow.
How does he do that?
Because, you know, in Hindi film industry, there's this very, you know, run-of-the-mill kind of a thing that geeks, they're supposed to wear braces, thick glasses. And that was my first thing when I read the monologue, which I gave, which I auditioned for. And I asked Roshan Abbas, Roshan sir, कि sir ये पहनेगा क्या ये सब ये सारी चीजें नहीं बेटा. He's a very happy-go-lucky kind of a person, and this is what he is. He's a geek with a heart of gold, who is always there for his friends. Okay, he has certain kind of expectations from his parents. At the same time, you know, there's this inner conflict which is going inside him. So this guy, you can't call him completely extrovert, completely introvert. He's somewhere in between.
And you're always booing. You're always booing Giselle here. That she's the.
No, she's my best friend in the movie, but
who you have a crush on?
No, he doesn't. You know, in fact, Bani, see, the problem is
I'm trying to get a lot out of it.
You're missing the fourth piece of the puzzle. Who's not here, unfortunately, just now with us. So we also have Zoa Morani, who's playing the character of Nandini.
Right.
And you know the relationships, the way they are. Nandini and Tariq have this, you know, 36 ka ankda. They're loggerheads all through the film. Okay. Till they realize that even in that lies a certain chemistry, which you see later. Ali and Giselle, are your quintessential couple. You know, I mean, he's the rogue.
Right, so you
he's
are
the rogue.
couple,
Yeah,
okay.
he's the rogue I wish I could be. He should be sitting there actually, and Satya should be sitting here. But then you might get ideas, so we won't.
The title track is a big hit, so why don't you guys sing the song for us?
Oh, okay. A short.
Yeah?
We could.
Sorry, we don't have a band here, but okay, 1, 2, 3,
enough.
and go.
Good enough.
कहीं तो always कोई तो होता है, कभी कभी जो दिल को छूता है,
जो always था वहाँ बस दिखाई नहीं,
लाइफ में क्यों होता है ऐसा कभी कभी,
always, 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 कभी कभी,
Always, always.
Okay, that was great. So, you guys can sing, you can certainly act, and the film hits theatres on the 17th of June.
17th of June.
Okay, so do make sure you catch the cast and crew of Always Kabhi Kabhi. They seem like a whole, bunch of fun people. So make sure you catch the film. It releases on the 17th of June. Thanks very much for being with us.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.